Good evening and welcome to some more daily racing. I did say I was going to try and find some time to practice and do all the practice. Didn't quite have the time, but I've just put in a, I don't know, quasi-respectable lap, 3:08. I think I know where I'm losing the time anyway. So we'll see what happens in the first lobby in a couple of minutes. In fact, I'm going to try and do a very quick lap now. Okay, maybe we'll abandon the lap. Not the easiest circuit for me. Hi Ian, hi AL71B. Ian, I saw your time on the leaderboards. I tried a race around 3:15 quality time and got eaten alive. Yeah, I know. I don't know if you've been using the same car, this Nissan, but it's a bit of a handful. That's an understatement. It's a massive, it's a massive handful, and seems to be quite easy to pick up penalties as well. And the amount of time you lose there on the Mulsanne straight is absolutely ginormous. But first day of the week for this daily race, so hopefully it's going to be a bit messy all around, but I can profit from that a little bit. I watched Zocker 1990 earlier and this race was quick and also quite a lot of carnage. Okay, let's see. Yes, Ian, very twitchy. Very twitchy. All the way up 3-second gear for me. Gonna try the Mazda again. Yeah, I know everyone's going for this car. It looks to be the kind of the meta car, but to be honest, I think whatever's easiest to drive, and then if you can keep in a slipstream, the top speed differential might not matter. Hi Captain Foucault. Great livery. Yeah, let's give it a whirl. Sounds great too. Hi Eco Terrorist, saw your time on the leaderboard there. Classic Golf livery. Le Mans for me is like, it's quite a mystical thing. I've never really watched it, the 24 hours. It wasn't on TV I think when I was growing up. It has this kind of mystique to it. Kira, you can just call me Al, by the way. Al, nice. No more Al71B. I don't know if your naming convention is like Ian, so you're 71 years of age. If so, then nice. Eco Terrorist didn't like the track or the combo or the car. It's a tricky one. Look, if it's a bit messy, if it's a bit too spinny, then we can always drop into Daily Race B, which is going to be, it's going to be carnage, but on a track I know. I haven't done a quality time for that yet. I'm interested to see what the quality times are going to be. Obviously I'm expected to be near the back. Here's the moment, drum roll. Place your bets. I think 20th? 16th, okay. Who have we got in here? Cal Crashlow. Just released today from LCR Honda. One of my favourite MotoGP riders. Base design at the top. Good battles with base design yesterday. He's got a killer time there. Evil Bunny, Sarah, I don't know, not going to say it. And pretty much everyone in the same car. I think I could get a second and a half on that lap time fairly quickly. So maybe that puts me around 12th or whatever. Hi, Interstellar Dweller. Evening. Hope all is well. Hope. Looking forward to the daily race this week. Might be trying them out yourself. So I talked about a lobby yesterday. I just didn't have the time today, but I'll do a video and I'm going to aim for Sunday to have a lobby for the daily races next week where we can just practice, share tips and kind of get prepped for the week rather than starting off the week. And that's just for everyone, for anyone who's doing it. Because I feel like I start the week on a bit of a bad foot. That's not really a saying. Ian, I'm going to practice race A and watch your carnage in this race just so fast. Yeah, I mean, I've heard race A is pretty... What's the verb for carnage? Carnigerous? I've heard it's pretty feisty in there. Maybe we'll drop into a race A. Right. Let's see what's going to happen here. I literally have no idea what to expect. People are setting lap times that are 4 seconds faster than me. But that 4 seconds doesn't mean anything if you're facing the wrong way in a hedge. Gonna burn the fuel. Look at that steering wheel. Nice. It's like Alcantara. Gone for the -1 on brake balance. I think that was the default. Did have to drop a cool 1 million credits on the car. It's not a cheap car. Oh, listen to that. Nice. Alright, someone's already picked up a cheeky penalty. Don't know if the tyres are going to be cold going around this corner or heavy. Might be a penalty there. Ooh, got lucky there. Don't know what he... didn't get lucky. Take it back. A little bit harsh on me. I feel like he might have glitched a little bit. Anyway, it's going to be a few of us with penalties in the penalty crew in detention. Right, slipstream must be pretty important here. I'll have to do a kind of thought of the day or something when I'm on the straight. Right, penalty. And keep it in 5th, I think. Let's get 4th. Ooh, look, they're coming in fast. It's like Toy Story. Right. Only a few corners to worry about this track. This is one of them. As in where you can overshoot it. There's one more as well, which is I'm really struggling at. Right, let's try and keep in this train. Just gently sipping on that slipstream. I'll tell you the corner that I'm really bad at. Right, it wasn't meant to be that one. I can add it to the list. Whoa, okay. It's this one. This one is so easy to overshoot. Both did exactly the same thing. Okay, we can only move upwards. I think we've had a few moments in the first lap. That's quite a big moment. That's quite a big moment. Got to hope someone spins or gets a big penalty now. Ooh, penalty, no. Right, let's take stock. 11 seconds off and a penalty. Just got to try and do some fast laps. It was going relatively well for the first couple of corners. Right, I've got to have faith. Speaking of which, I'm going to try and check out the comments. Yes, penalty system is broken. I feel like I got brake checked there a little bit, maybe. Or it might have just been an internet glitch or whatever. And I guess it's fair enough that the car behind gets the penalty. Is what it is. Just looking at the delta on the left hand side, hoping that something comes towards me. Bit ginger on the throttle there. Right, well they're swapping positions. It's a car! I can see a car! Told you to come back. Right, got a target. A target acquired. Who is it? Evil Bunny. They might have overshot it at that corner. I think that'll be okay. Yeah, just completely understeered off those curves the first time. Didn't mean to go down a gear there. Right, I was hoping to make some progress on Eva Bunny, but the bunny's getting away. Bit of a shame. I think it's going to be a bit of a ruthless race, because if you drop out of the slipstream, then It's going to be difficult. Okay, I've got faith again that someone else is going to drop off, hopefully. That's all I can hope for, really. I think I might need to trail brake through that corner a little bit. And then this corner I just completely understeered off. I read it all wrong, I think. Pretty neck and neck, I think, between me and Evil Bunny, but just too far behind. Yeah, maybe, I don't know what to do after this. Maybe we switch over to Daily Race B, or we give it another shot, I don't know. Maybe it wouldn't be so bad this race if I hadn't completely messed up on the first lap. I think that was a bit better through that corner. And this one as well, completely read it wrong first lap. And again. Wow, I'm getting penalties left, right and centre. Penalty magnet today. Okay, we'll take it here. At least the lap is long enough that I'm not going to get laps. Silver lining. Ooh, picked up another penalty. So they're a bit like torture at the moment. Just a little bit. I think I'm being a bit unfair. I think it's just a track that you really have to be on it and you can't make any mistakes on a lot of corners. I think at Catalonia last week there are a lot of corners where if you didn't take the best line, you wouldn't run off the track or get a penalty or be in the gravel. But that's not the case here. If you slightly get it too late or too wrong, then the consequences are really severe. Which is why it's a great track, I guess. Really tempted to quit. Never give up. Another penalty, no. My SR might be taking quite a hammering here. I think it's going to have to be a switch to Daily Race B next, because I'm about a billion miles off here. Right, I want to try and get this corner right. It's a better line, I guess. And that. Don't think we're going to get to the finish even. Oh, if we had a bit more time, I could have tried to cut everything. No. Wow, that was brutal. That was absolutely brutal. That was really bad. I was picking up a lot of penalties. Desecrating the number 11 on my car. Absolutely nowhere near it. I think it's going to have to be a switch over to Daily Race B. I mean, even my lap time was, my best one was a long way off. And hit to the SR as well. So I don't know what people's thoughts are on Daily Race C this week, but that's tough. Right. Gonna go for some comfort food, comfort track, Interlagos. Ian going for the RCZ, Ecoterrorist going for the Atenza. People going for the Huracan. Have used the R8 here before. Did a race recently in the McGann. Ecoterrorist, stay clear. Yeah, I mean, I've got like PTSD after that. Read through the comments. Decimation. Great to watch you do race C instead. VR again, yeah, using VR again, not helping. It's pretty brutal. Maybe that'll be one for it's not even one for like an ultra count. It's just, I'm just not good enough for the track, right? It's not a faff around here. The Huracan is a pretty stable car, I think, so I'm going to go for the Huracan. Yeah, absolutely brutal race. I mean, I don't even know what to say. I was just picking up penalties like there was no tomorrow. And I wasn't even close to the other cars in lap time or on the track. Better stuff with race B, hopefully. I hope so. I do know the track. I haven't done a quali time yet, but once this loads, we'll jump in. Maybe we'll just about get 2 laps in. If not, it'll be a race in the back, but I should know what I'm doing on this track. I'm trying to think of an analogy for what happened at Daily Race C, but brutal. I guess it's hard tyres, a little bit different. feels massively slower than the the big old Nissan. Feels like I'm driving in slow motion or in treacle. Don't really know what I'm doing with the gears here. You know what? It's another Group 3 race like the one last week. I think I might stick to a car that I did last week. Just for the gear change and whatnot. Ian, trying race B now. Lost 1k DI in one race in race C. Yeah, I'll have a look actually what I lost for that race, but it won't be pretty. So we're using the R8 in the end for Catalonia. We'll see if it works here. Yeah, that Le Mans race has just absolutely destroyed me. Right, let's have a look at the old DR. Yep, it's a cool 1,300 points. But well deserved, I think. I don't think I deserve to get any points in that race. So I don't know if anyone's tried Daily Race B this week yet. Hard tyres make things a bit more slidey. Presume it's going to be the usual lunges at turn 1. Ow, I was practicing with the M3 last night. Really nice driving car. Or maybe I think let's switch around with the cars. So I'll try the R8 this time. We'll see how it is and we'll switch to something else. People were saying good things about the RCF last week. Huracan is normally quite a stable car. The R8 can be more slidey. But I should know how to drive the R8 because I was driving it last week on hard tyres. So we'll see what the grid is. Again, it's one of those things with Race C. It will eat me away knowing that I'm off the pace. So it will force me to put some practice in. It's a bit like Catalonia last week, but to the extreme. Let's see, we've got. I do miss the old timing screen, the tag Ewer one. That was nice. I also set my best time in the RCZ, but still 4 seconds off the top. Good note was the RCZ. Seems to be a fairly popular car here. One more R8. We're going to be doing a race from the back. Quali time only spread by 1 3/10. Quite a tight quali spread. Some of the usual suspects: King Ears, JMJ Bone. Right, I've got to actually do the warm up here. The annoying thing about the warm up at Interlagos is the pit lane is so long. You don't really get a lot of warm up. Nice little message from King Ears then. So this corner really easy to understeer off slightly and get a penalty. don't know with the gears here, go on the first gear. Yeah. Anyway, we'll see. We'll be back in a familiar train of cars, I hope. Mr. Garcia. I liked it when the F1 finished at Interlagos. It's a good circuit, good vibe for that. Not a huge fan of the Abu Dhabi finish. I don't know, maybe that's just old school. I'm sure there's people who are watching F1 longer than me where it used to finish at wherever it used to finish there. I think it's a nostalgia thing. To kind of work out braking points on the fly. Ah, feels more familiar. At the back of a long train. That corner junk out, usually my weakest corner on the track. I always feel I have a really bad exit and it costs me all the way up the straight. I think you need to have a bit of commitment to take a lot of the outside curb on exit. Ooh, there's been a lot of murders here. It's like they were having a scrap outside the pub. They're still there, aren't they, together? Did just happen a bit there. Looks like it's all getting a bit impatient behind 9th place. I always feel like I lose, well, it's not feel, I do lose time up this hill. Just need to kind of work it out. Might be a case of a bit of a wider entry. Anyway, I'm sure we'll catch up soon. Someone else there, falling off turn 1, quite unusual. It's all getting very... Oh, the Lamborghini's gone very wide there. I'm being very patient. That corner is like the chicane at Catalunya for me. When I unlock that, I'll be more on the front foot coming into turn 1. This is all going to ball over, isn't it? Ooh. Someone's going to have a go at the hairpin. Good little battle. Time for me to do something. Ooh, not like that. Okay, well it seems like I catch up in the hairpin, so maybe I just roll the dice in the hairpin and just throw it very much up the inside. But I need to sort out this last corner, really. If anyone's got any tips, then let me know. I'd like to be a little bit closer, but oh well. Stage right, exit. Ooh, they're going to go wide. They're going to go very wide. Not bad. I'll take it. We oh, okay. He's got a penalty. Not going to fight it. We were absolutely nowhere on last lap. Just got to sort out Junkao, I think, is the corner. Okay, so that was in the R8. I'm going to try and set a quali time, so I'm not silly. Eco-terrorist reckon he did 1:31. Yeah. Try a different car, Al, in the N3 Group 3. I did do a league over the last couple of months where we used the M3, and it is a very nice car to drive, although it is a bit underused. Right, I'm going to jump straight into a practice session and try and get a quality time in. We'll get a quality time in the R8 and do another race with it, and then we'll swap around the cars. Very clean so far. Yep, thanks Al. Well, I mean, you say that. I think I had a clean race. I'm not sure it was that clean around me, to be honest. pretty much all of the places I got were due to various murderings. I liked it finishing at Interlagos, yeah. Classic moments like the Hamilton moment. Also, I think Alonso came down there a couple of times. I think it's because it feels like a genuine race with genuine fans. I'm not saying Abu Dhabi isn't, but obviously it doesn't have the history. So, yeah, I missed it. I did catch the highlights yesterday of the F1. You couldn't write it, could you, with the two Ferraris being out of the race in the first couple of laps, the only cars out of the race. I mean, if I was Leclerc and I got on the inside, and you know, contact happens all the time, even in F1, but then to see Vettel with no rear wing, that would be, I wonder what he was thinking. Just have a little bit of a installation lap. I don't think I've ever seen a car with no rear wing like that driving about, actually. I think it'd be more common. The thing that surprised me in that race was the difference between Verstappen and Albon. I think Albon was maybe just protecting his position or something. Right, let's go for a lap now. A bit sloppy on the exit there, had to lift. Been braking a little bit early for this next one. Could try and risk it. Not worth it, also kept it in third gear. That up. Not a good lap. So if I recall, it was, I can't remember if it was 31s or 32s needed, but either which way this is not going to be it, so I'll try again. Keep going. doing a stage right of our own. Right, let's give it one more. Give it one more shot, and it is what it is. Okay, pretty much the same. Second gear through here, hopefully we'll be a couple of tenths up. That felt really slow. It's a classic exit from me out of Juncal. Anyway, it's a lap time of sorts. It's a lap time of sorts. Ian, that was looking good. Yeah, I think so. I didn't do a great job of turn 1, but turn 1 and 2 are about feel. Turn 1 and 2 in the race are really interesting, I've always found, because if someone throws it up the inside here, if you go defensive on the inside here and someone's trying to go around the outside, normally it's very difficult for them to go around the outside. But here, as soon as you get to this point, suddenly you're actually on the outside of the corner, turn 2. So it can lead to some really interesting kind of overtaking. Yeah, I think that'll be the practice for this evening. We'll just go off that quali, kind of start from the back-ish, 13th. I'll try and put some time in later in the week. What time was it? 32.6. Yeah. I don't know how many seconds I'm losing off the last corner, but I imagine it's a lot. Jack Wilshere. Jack Wilshere's Italian cousin. Ian, enjoying my racing, I said hopefully. Should be close racing here. It should have more opportunities to kind of throw it down the inside or outside, or the middle. I was watching the replay yesterday when it just kind of opened up and Catalini went straight through the middle. And also saw Josetti's twitch. I think he was getting quite irritated at me holding him up. Don't know a lot of Spanish, but I know puta is not a good word. So, Ian, yeah, it was amazing how it launched up in the air, looked like his back wheel went up and smacked him. I was watching Channel 4 highlights, and I think Coulthard was being a bit harsh on Vettel at the beginning, if I recall, saying Leclerc was entitled to go for it, it was a gap. But actually, when you look at the replay, there wasn't really a gap. And actually, I was watching the qualifying the day before, and George Russell was giving a qualifying guide, and he was saying as you go into that corner, actually you want to miss the apex, because if you hit the apex there, your inside wheel will get lifted up, and that's exactly what happened to Leclerc. It doesn't really work if you get very close to the apex there. It's a bit of a deceiving corner. I think Red Bull Ring is coming up in one of the FIA races coming soon, so can try out that theory. Right. Usual suspects, I think. Hopefully we're a little bit more racy coming out of the last corner. It means we can throw it up the inside or outside on the main straight. I think at the hairpin it's a good place for me to throw it down the outside in the Audi. Whoa! Ouch! See, in iRacing, that will be your race over as well, because there's no ghosting in iRacing. I like the livery ahead with the yellow tyres, the yellow wheels, reminds me of the Pertec racing cars and their touring cars. A lot of people turning around. A lot of Lamborghinis doing it. I say a lot, too. There I was saying the Lamborghini was a stable car. Right, let's catch up with this little group. So it's got a good flow to it, Interlagos. There's camouflaged a Jaguar. Oh, nice move. He's gonna have the outside there. Just stop commentating and start driving. So I'm going to cover the inside here, I think. But I haven't really nailed down my braking point here. So if you can go around the outside in turn one and kind of hang it all the way around the outside and keep level, then you have the inside for turn two. Should have predicted that. The way I'm looking at this race is, at Catalonia, I wasn't this competitive this early in the week. So with every lap I'm just finding a bit more confidence, later braking, etc. So should be moving into that mid-pack. Really satisfying to run wide on that curb, get a nice buzz. So I need to think about where I'm losing the bits of time. Right, someone's got a second penalty. Can switch up the car next time as well. Right, so he's going to take his penalty. I don't think he's going to be able to have a go. Right, it's going to be tight. Ooh, thought I was going to hit him. Gonna go on the inside here. No. Optimistic. I feel like I got mugged a bit there. So, I think the R8 is perfectly fine, but we'll mix it up, we'll try something new. Don't know if there's any suggestions. Let me cool the wheel as well. Don't want another wheel overheating. Ian, not Seb's here at all. Yeah, I don't know, I mean I massively rate him. Maybe the motivation is not quite there or something, I don't know. Once you've gone up the hill 4 times, been 4 times world champion, what really motivates you? Am I via version 1 or 2? I'm the first one, but I don't think there's that much difference with the second one. I think it was more kind of ergonomic changes. Ian, at the end of the second straight, you either brake too soon or don't let the car roll out enough, using half the track. Second straight. The straight after turn 3. 1, 2, 3. If so, I think you might be right. What settings is the wheel on getting that hot? I think mine is 5.5. I can go down to 4.4, but you're barely getting any force feedback then. May as well be on the T80. Yes, I agree with you. Okay, let's try that braking later. Then let's try a different car. People using the Atenza. Ecoterra, I don't know if you can vouch for the Atenza. Not a car I think I've really used before. Do I have the Atenza? Yeah, let's try it. Actually, scratch that. Let's do a lap with the Ghost, because that will help me see very clearly if I'm braking too late. Cancel. Okay. Can't miss the cut-off here. This is how I normally practice. I just load up a Ghost. Normally the slowest one on the top 10, because that's still miles faster than me. Worked very well at Catalonia. What would be really good is if, because often I start and the Ghost gets further away. As I get better, for the first few corners I can be very close to the Ghost. But it would be cool if there was a button to reset the Ghost as and when you wanted. Good car, done 3 laps tonight. Do like this track. Okay. Let's go for the Atenza. So we're going to have time for a lap or two. Don't know what brake balance you went for. Got on neutral at the moment. Oh, he takes a lot more curve than me there. She's already, what, half a second ahead? Okay, yeah. Either brake later or let the car roll through. Too late there, I think. How much time do we have? One more lap. I'll have to look at the tips after this lap. Tried to take a lot more curve that time. Seems risky though with the penalty. Ah, okay. Okie dokie. That seemed better anyway. Bodes well, I think, apart from the spin. Don't know what you were doing with brake balance, Eco-Terrorist. Ian, shall try the car later? Yeah, I think we're using the RCZ, yeah. Don't want to miss this race. Good last corner. Yeah, felt a bit, but the Ghost wasn't getting away as much. I think it seems like you can take a lot of curb in turn 2. Bit of a weird sequence of corners that, 1, 2, 3. I think it's 1 on the brake. I'll just take a look there. Going in the Atenza. I don't know if this is my first time ever driving the Atenza, might be. Right, maybe we can get a quick one in. She might be too far behind, let's see. So when I was following the Ghost there, it seemed to be quite patient through that corner. I think I instinctively feel like I need to be on the throttle really quickly, and actually maybe I'm getting on the throttle too early and it's all getting a bit squirrely. Or something like that. Bit messy. I think I can brake after this path in the Atenza. It does feel a little bit more unruly than the R8. Ecoterrorist, I'm racing. Maybe we'll see you in this race. No. Who have we got though? Django Chango in the Atenza. A lot of people in the Atenza now. And the 911. Good to see a spread again. Someone behind us is going to be in the Mustang. I am a little bit worried about the Atenza. It does seem to want to swap ends quite a bit. But, I'm not sure about the gearing in the twisty bits, whether first gear is necessary. Seems to me if we can get into a 131, that's going to be half decent kind of in terms of lap time this stage of the week. Bandit 210501, they're really churning out those bandits. Yeah, even just a 10th quicker than my lap time would push me up quite a few places. Anyway, start from the back is more fun. We're in the ballpark. It's not like at Catalunya where I was just way off right at the beginning. Or Le Mans. We don't really talk about Le Mans. I'll have to come back to Le Mans and kind of exercise my demons there. Atenzas. Last minute check for the brake balance. Set brake to -1. Okay, let's do it. See if that makes all the difference. Mustang. So that was an example where I had the inside then the outside and all opposite and everything. Whoa, someone has got launched there. I get excited when I see an arrow go like that. It's going to be good to follow an Atenza here, if I can try. Learn the track. Getting out the way. It's very unusual what's going on there. I think he's just quit, maybe. Right, let's try and follow this Atenza. I think I am braking too late here. I'm just really worried about running too wide. Okay, I think that was a bit better on the brakes. A bit more competitive. Really bad line. Really bad line, but hopefully a half decent lap in the round. There's no tyre wear here or fuel or anything, so no reason why I can't set lap times faster than quali. I think he may have tried to avoid me there, which is thanks. He's catching me up though. Take back everything I said about his chivalrous conduct. Snap oversteer. He's been a bit hairy through this part, last couple of laps. That's really oh, I was lucky there. I made a mess of that call and I was understeering towards him. Where's he going as well? Tenza is quite fun to drive, does feel very responsive. Lively. Bit slow through all of that. That was all really slow. Okay, let's try and do a decent fast lap to end it. So what's going on here as well? It's all funny business. Tighter that time. I'm not really doing much overtaking here, I'm just kind of strolling about, picking up places. That was a very unusual race. Very unusual race. Ian, better on brakes turn 4? Yeah, I think so. Before I was braking just before the path, which is where I normally brake actually, in other categories of car and medium tyre, etc. And now I'm braking just after. I think that the Atenza turns in quite well there. I'm definitely losing time in the corner after that, and then going into the hairpin. Going into the hairpin, I think you normally want to cut as much as you can. I don't feel that comfortable yet. On the podium, got to keep it on the tarmac. Yeah, I know. That was really weird, that race. People were just kind of dropping off, sacking off the race. On the podium very fast this track as well. We were here in the Mustangs a couple of weeks ago. Could try the Mustang. I think maybe another go in the Atenza. I'm surprised the fastest lap is pretty competitive actually. Well, hang on. Did I speak too soon? Not competitive, middling. With pretty much no practice. Although I guess I've done 2 races now. Just a case of getting more comfortable with the car. Hi Roberto Kit, I don't know if your copy of GT Sport has arrived yet. But if so, I would avoid Daily Race C, where I had a drivable nightmare. Probably the worst race. Sounds like an exaggeration, but probably the worst race I've ever had in this game. I picked up so many penalties, it's untrue. take a moment just to chill. Did I change the brake? Yeah, I put it on -1. I didn't notice too much of a difference, but it felt fine. I've just got to get used to the car. Ian, only 1 second to find. Yeah, but I think that second is much more achievable than, or easily graspable than at Catalunya. I was conceptually struggling. I think here I know I've got to sort out the middle sector. Well, if I want to run through the whole thing, I've got to be more consistent with 1 and 2. So basically aim to cut 2 as much as you can. Then go through 3 without lifting. 4, brake a little bit later like you gave me the tip. And then the right hand of 5, I guess it's 5. It's got to be a bit more committed there, be consistent with the brake, keep it inside. And then 6, which I'm going to call 6, I know it's actually 6. But the right hander before the hairpin, I've got to be very wide on entry and then cut, basically be on the grass, cut all of that and dive down into the hairpin. Into Suella, I go -2 or -3 brake balance Tenza. Okay. Well, let's try that. And then the hairpin, just got to find the gear and accelerate out nicely. The right hander after that, I've been running too deep often, so I've got to find a nice line there. Then that kind of long left hander, I've been making a mess of that because I've been lifting and sliding and everything. Junk out is my nemesis already, but actually not doing too badly in the Intenza. And that's it, I think. There'll be a second in there somewhere, Ian. Might be 2. Eco Terrace with the 132.4. Lots of time for you as well, Ian. But Ian, with the A ranking, I mean, as an A rank driver, you're doing better than the vast majority of people in this game. So that's a great achievement. Settles the front a bit. Okay, that'll be good. It does. I do feel it. It feels a bit slidey, and I'm kind of. I'm not. What's the word? I take a bit longer to get on full throttle because of that. Tenza is a safe car, I hope so. What are people using? Derek, we were racing Derek yesterday in his alt account using the Tenza. Yeah, so I saw the Twitch stream of Josetti yesterday, and there was one race where he overtook me. And there was one race, I think the race after, where he was in the Viper, and for it was the last lap. And he kept trying to overtake, and somehow I just managed to kind of keep it on the inside. And he was getting increasingly frustrated. And in the end, I think Jess finished ahead of him. I'll try and clip that, put it in the video. But it is that Josetti. He's a very fast driver, obviously. So very cool to be racing with him. Yeah, Interlagos right at the top, right. I think you've thrown down a bit of a gauntlet there. So we're going to try and do a lap or 2. Sort out the headset on the straight. By the way, I was watching the Channel 4 coverage of the F1 yesterday, and when Vettel and Leclerc had that crash, they showed a replay from Raikkonen's camera, and he was doing some really cool stuff with his hands in the cockpit. I don't know what he was doing. I wasn't paying attention there, but he was kind of on full lock, and he had to go on full lock so much he had to change gear with the other hand. It's a bit weird to explain, but I'm sure there's a replay of it. Don't know if anyone else saw it. not doing very well, am I? I'm also braking too early for that corner, I think. First sector time just here. It's messy. I don't feel comfortable yet in the middle sector. But I'll get there. I'll get there. Flying flapper, am I struggling? Yeah. Well, I'm not struggling that much in Daily Race B, but I struggled big time in Daily Race C. And by big time, I mean big time times a million. So I noped out of there pretty quickly. Should be hitting 31s. Yeah, I've done a couple of laps. Interstellar Dweller, I think all the way down 132s. But just having some fun in the race at the moment. I could, maybe after this one, do a series of laps in time trial, get it down. I think you're right there. I was saying if I think about 132 dead be pretty acceptable this time of the week, and then I have to keep going down. Interstellar Dweller, last corner got us straight in front of and on the power ASAP trailbreak. Yeah, I know. That's my historically that's been my weakest corner at this track. I just always see cars get ahead of me, and I think you're right. I've got to take some kind of wider line in or trail brake to get the car straight so I can get on the power early. Whereas I try and get on the power early, but I'm taking a very narrow line, so I end up going wide. I think my record is 131.6 near 10 last time around, but it's one of my favourite. Yeah, getting a lot of challenges here. I'm gonna have to get a decent quality time. Call me Steve. Nice. So I think Steve... Oh, we can't see the leaderboard here. But leading my leaderboard. Hope the hand is better, flying flapper. Slowly healing back. Then can get back on the wheel. Last couple of races have been moving up. With some pretty aggressive driving in the racing. Let's see what happens here. I might dial the brake balance back to a -2. I was quite comfortable on the -1, so we'll go for a halfway house. Django Changa did a very hard move on me in like one of the first races we did. Might have to try and get some payback. Don't know what my car number is to work it out. Maybe follow this guy through. Yeah, I should have been more aggressive to get past that hurricane. I was very polite. Anyway. So I don't know what I'm doing with the gears here. I like to be in a higher gear going around that hairpin. That was my really bad attempt at trail braking. Anyway, could have been a lot worse. Could have been completely spun out at the beginning. Should get a couple of positions. I saw a hurricane go right around the outside in my peripheral vision. See, that was a pretty amateur thing by me, because I should have gone through as Ghost. Trying to avoid the hurricane behind. This guy must be using a pad, so respect. Right, has he got a second penalty? I can't really see. Oh, I forgot I had a penalty. See, that's what I should have done on the last lap. Instead I avoided him and he just tapped on the way out. Right, time for another move on this guy. Could try and hang it around the outside if he's going to be very defensive. Did he disappear? I just sold him a little dummy there. Straight out of the karting play, but oh, I'm so far behind. So far. I guess I was in the walls a little bit, maybe. Still, this is further behind than I want to be. Getting out of shape there a lot. Not having the best line through here. I know that's not great. Catching the guy ahead though somehow, slowly. Right, hopefully someone does a stupid move. Can't see anyone taking penalty, but they're going 3 wide. That's going to be fun. That felt better through that corner. Trying different things with the gears. I suspect a wider line through there. See what the lap time is anyway. Just missed out on that battle, but we're in the walls at the beginning. Okay, so I think that's faster than my quali. See you, Al. Thanks for the stream. Yeah, no worries. I'll do some quali before the next one, so hopefully we'll be a little bit up the pat. But thanks for your tips as always, Al. I was saying I can't believe the driving in the A lobby. So yeah, I know, but Daily Race A is just can get very aggressive. I think it's a Ferrari. Is it Ferrari 458 this week? So it's a decent car. It's a fast car, not a super slow one. Taking a hit to the SR. Right, I was going to jump into time trial. I'm going to do it in the R8. I think I do feel a little bit more comfortable in the R8. Flying Flapper, second to last corner full straight, drop down to first gear, coast it round and quick up shift to second on exit. Second to last corner before the straight. Do you mean that really tight one? Oh, right hairpin. I'm not sure which corner that is. I think that's possibly the way to do it around the left-hand hairpin. But I'm just not. I haven't quite worked out which corner that is, which is my fault. Right, quick laps. Oh, there was an R8. We lost it. Okay. How many laps we got? 3 or so? Camera's a lot lower down on the R8. Just realised. It does give a different kind of perspective. Very messy through there. Keep going. Going to be a slightly better lap, I think, but nothing out of the ordinary. Maybe. I think turn 1, turn 2, there's a lot of time there. Losing time here as well. Oh, I lost a lot of time somewhere. Where was that? I was sliding around. I think we've got time for one more lap. Should do. That's disappointing. So check that. Oh, no we don't. What am I doing? Might not have time for another lap. Anyway, I think I could get down to a 0 without too much trouble. Easy thing to say, but just make sure I get into this race. Steve, Atenza feels stable, but so does the Merc. R8's probably quickest. Yeah, for some reason I was struggling with the Atenza. I'd done a couple of laps with it. I think because I was using the R8 a lot yesterday, I know when it's gonna step out, and I can anticipate it. I didn't really know that with the Atenza. If you can handle the Lambo, best call in the car, stranger. Yeah, I did. The first car I used today was a Lambo, but for some reason, I think this is a very specific point, but I think the steering, it requires more steering lock on my wheel to turn in. so it just feels a bit more sluggish. But I will probably go back to the Lambo because it is a very stable car. It's my favourite car whenever Dragon Trail Seaside comes up normally, where stability through the death chicane is like paramount. Well, we improved the time at least, but I can't remember what I think I would have been up on for a couple of tenths up on that lap if I hadn't made a mistake somewhere. Steve, can't get on with the Porsche or Beta around here. Don't mention Hurricane. Okay, not a Hurricane fan. 911 often good most places. I really want to try out the cars this week. I know I've gone back to the R8 here, but I just want to get dialed in a bit to the track. For me, and it shouldn't be such a factor, but gearing for me is often really important, especially at this track. So if the gearing is right around the twisty part for me, then I can concentrate more on my lines. Whereas if I haven't worked out the gearing, and you probably see that I'm really inconsistent with the gears I take as I'm trying to figure it out and also making mistakes. That's why the RCF for me is quite a strange car to go to, because the gearing goes up the gears very quickly. Steve, entered race, may see you. Yeah, I hope so. You'll be ahead of me on the grid with that lap time. Flying Fluff, I need to put in a lap tomorrow. Yeah, if you can. Don't know if you have to do it on the pad or if you can make it work on the wheel. Maybe gloves will help, I don't know. Okay, lap time didn't really help. Crash McRae. Venture 26. Interstellar Dweller. Steve is in this race. Now, as you know, Steve, you get punt immunity from me. So I won't be punting you, but I may be punting people in and around you. Nobble NL, I've seen him a lot lately, setting a very fast time. I see at the back when I get punted. We'll see. We'll see. I got mugged in the last race. It's something I do in karting as well. I'm a bit gentle going into the first corner. I'm the opposite of Leclerc. And I need to stop getting mugged. So I'm just doing random messages. Flying Flapper rail racing gloves normally anyways. Okay. I got some racing gloves yesterday and I haven't been wearing them. In fact, the plastic on my T150 is basically worn away. That's like some moulded plastic where your hands go. So maybe I'll have to try the gloves. Bought them for karting, but it should work on a wheel. Right. I'll see what happens here. Maybe I can follow Steve, learn some lines. Django. Right, at least I can't get mugged here, right? Unless I mug myself off. Absolutely no one to mug me. Only way is forwards. Oh, just up the car. Hit the limiter there. Can't really see my braking point here, so you have to guess. This is all going to get very interesting. Okay. That might be because I tapped that guy and then he went on to actually murder a few people. And maybe I kind of assisted that. Going for a little rally. Okay, at least we got a gap. One second penalty. I'm not sure it's the worst place to take a penalty at this track. Oh no! We lost Steve. Steve, where are you? Yeah, that's not the worst place to take a penalty. The annoying thing about not having an R8 on the leaderboard at the moment is that I won't be able to see the gear changes. Okay, someone's going to take a penalty. Maybe we can use them as kind of a bridge to get to that gap. Sliding. Very gentle on the throttle there. Whoa! Someone hit the wall there. Ah, no. That's bad news for the SR. That's bad news. It's my fault. I was getting too close. I was just tapping away. It's my fault. Woo. quite sloppy. It's always kind of close in this pack. We're always on the back of it. I think I need to get used to taking a lot more curb there. Ignomous ending. Battle for last place. That actually was a disaster. Okay, I mean, the spin wasn't great, but we'll see what damage the penalties have done. Might have taken a severe toll on the old SR. Don't know how your race was, Steve. I saw there was some antics at the beginning. Flying Flappy, I remember the rubber falling on my T150 years ago. Cheaply made wheel, unfortunately. Even the leather has been wearing on the TGT. Yeah. I was thinking about Fanatec. I mean, but on the other hand, these wheels, they put up with so much punishment. They're literally built to constantly turn against you in terms of applying force. I'm amazed mine's lasted so long. Down to an A ranking. Dangerous times. Double A. That wasn't a great race. We'll do another one. I'm going to try and do some quali though. Crazy race. Yeah. You might have seen me pointing backwards on the exit of turn 2 or entry of turn 3. That was all my own fault. Eager Terrorist, I've saved the fastest lap time, not sure if it works the playback thing. I think if you save it as a replay, yeah. Flying Flapper, if you save it as a replay, I can have a look. Just need to get to 40,000. I hope you're getting closer. I think I was 42 at the beginning of the day. I'll be well down in the 30s now. Gonna give it another shot with the quali. Try not to miss the start race. Really bad line. Could be much closer on the left in turn 1, I think. Just cut it. You could be a bit more on the left in turn 1. Okay. This could be a dangerous race with the SR probably pretty low. Still not really the right line, but maybe slightly better, slight improvement. We'll see. Oh, that was a better line until I spun the wheels. That was a better line. I mean, doing one hot lap at a time isn't really the way to get a quality time, but little bits of progress. Can do another race, see what this lobby looks like. Let's check on the SR. $76. Pretty low, but not a disaster. I've been lower. I've been reset. So let's see. Flying Flapper, if I manage to hit my record tomorrow better, I'll upload it for you to see. That is, yeah, that'd be great. I mean, well, don't kill yourself to get on the wheel. Yeah, Steve, getting closer to your time, but I think my line 3, 1 and 2 is all wrong. I could probably, because you carry all that speed quite a long way, I could probably save maybe 2 or 3 tenths even quite fairly quickly by getting a proper line through there. Hairpin's a bit messy, but I'm not sure how much time you really lose around the hairpin. And then after the hairpin, it's all a bit messy. So I can see where to get it. Yeah, Steve, I'm sure you can. I mean, I don't know what your aims are this week, but yeah, a mid 131 would be like. It's funny how chasing lap times goes. I find it quite an enjoyable process. Trying to think about what's possible and finding time, and then that's your new benchmark, and then like with Catalunya last week, I don't know what lap time I got in the end. I can't really remember the benchmarks, but I know it was it wasn't even kind of feasible at the beginning of the week. Flying Flap from Motor Bed, mate. Good to see you again. Enjoy the stream as always. Have a good one. Yep. Thanks for joining. Thanks for the tips. Hope the hand's doing better. Get back on the TGT. Set some lap times. I'll try and sort out a lobby thing on Sunday, maybe as a thing, so we can kind of practice for the week ahead, share tips and everything, get the upper hand. But I hope you enjoyed the stream. Thanks a lot for joining. You guys make the stream, to be honest. Otherwise it would just be me driving around talking to myself. So yeah, thanks always for joining. This race is going to be interesting in terms of the makeup. Cool the wheels slightly. Look at that. P3 with my B mates. Unless I finish first, I'm going to be, well, this is where DR gets interesting. I think unless I finish first, I'm going to be handing out DR, like candy, as they'd say. Someone in the Supra here. See you, Flying Flapper. Have a very good night. See you on the next one. Looking forward to racing you on track when you're all healed up. Okay, I've actually got to kind of perform here. Not just pottering around at the back. To me, the Irish flag looks like a kind of faded version of the Italian flag, or an Italian flag that's been left out in the sun too long. On the mission 83, the other 82 missions weren't successful, but good feelings about mission 83. Right, here we go. Here we go. I've got to be really streetwise here. We're going to be starting so far up the grid, it's going to feel like a different race. That's my car. A strange noise. Right, okay, here we go. Streetwise, we're going for the win here. I can't believe I spun in that last race. Just a bit of oversteer there. I've been really good at managing it in the R8, so that was disappointing. Bit too deep there. Good to find the limits. Maybe people followed me with a breaking point. Going to be a penalty? Nope. Get the feeling I take quite a bad line there to work that one out. Not the worst line in the world. Through Junkow. Slight deep again. Bit irrelevant now. Right. Let's come deep. Just wanted to liven it up a little bit. Most important thing is actually genuinely for me not to make contact. That's a hell of a line through that corner. So I think I need to be just wider through the first part of that. I've said it a few times now, but I just need to try and do it maybe. Got the hazard lights on. Punt incoming. See, I can't touch anyone here. I cannot risk a penalty. I'd love to get involved, honestly. I'd love to be scrapping. Just in there windmilling. But I can't touch them. Ooh, dangerous. Can't touch them. Driving like an absolute gentleman. Oh, I thought you'd take the penalty there. Must not get involved in a battle. Just don't want to accidentally get into a fight. Oh no. Escape. Right, 2 seconds. Oh, it's a 2-second penalty, but I don't think we're going to be close enough. In fact, I think it's going to be really awkward. Slow lap. That was such a risk. He's still here. Some kind of massacre going on behind. Just run away. Yellow flag, interesting. Second place, very slow. Oh no, it's all happening. See ya. Here we go. This is like, oh, it's not. I was going to say it was going to be like the Austrian Grand Prix, Styrian Grand Prix. Wow, well look, drive like a gentleman. Get good finishes. There we go. There was some pretty bad blood in that race, I'd say. I think that's pretty much as good a result as we could have got. No penalty. Be really interesting to see what it does for the SR. So I was on 76 before. I'm hoping for like 9 or 10 more. Don't know if you were in a race eco-terrorist there, if it went a bit better than, was a bit cleaner than my one. '82 SR, so that's 6 SR, so it's going to take 2 more races to get into the 90. It's not too bad. Don't know whether to do another one. Can do. Just get the popcorn out for the chat in case it kicks off. Steve, finding a Tenza not great in dirty air. Maybe that's it. I just found the Tenza a bit loose on the front end, to be honest. Coming out the hairpin and stuff like that, it would just wobble about. Finish for now. Yeah, I mean, this race, it was it's a Warzone. It was like the driving version of Call of Duty Warzone. Ian wants one more. Ah, okay, we'll do one more. We'll do one more, and we'll do another hot shot qualifying. Can I keep just shaving tenths off my time? One more race. It's going to be another B race, I'd imagine, and it's going to be another case of trying to avoid a penalty at all costs. See you, Steve. Thanks for joining. Setting some fast times. Good racing with you. See you again on the next one. Let us know if you get any luck with the Atenza or any other cars. Great name, Atenza. Hot shot qualifying. The reason why this isn't a good idea for qualifying is that I think for time trialing you need to get into a rhythm. It doesn't matter if you're picking up penalties or you're messing up some corners, it's about the rhythm. But anyway, we'll try. May as well write that one off. Better line. Been going a bit deep here recently. Not the best. It'll do. Bit of wobble there. Might not quite beat the time. Let's see. Oh, just missed it. One more lap. Do we have time for one more lap? Yeah. Oh, slow on the throttle. Very slow on the throttle there. Forget it. Just missed out on improving the time. Go for another race. Hopefully starting a bit near the front, and then for tomorrow I think I'll try and set a quality time a few tenths quicker than what I've got now. Will be the aim. And if anyone's got any ideas for other cars to try, then I'm all ears. Already done the Atenza, tried the Huracan for a bit, now using the R8, could try the Porsche. There's also one in a Supra. Just missed out on the slot. Don't know if people are going to be trying Daily Race C this week. I had a go. Didn't go well. Picked up a lot of penalties. think I picked up a penalty on just about every corner. It's a difficult combo. Corvette. I think we were using the Corvette Ghost recently, so maybe yeah, the Corvette. It's a car I haven't driven, really. I think I've just written it off like, oh, there's no way a Corvette could be good around a track. For the Project Cars 3 launch video, wasn't that in a Corvette around Interlagos? If I'm remembering it correctly. So maybe it is a good combo. Okay, Corvette. I'll try the Corvette tomorrow. I do have a stack of Group 3 cars, so I can just drop into them. RCZ would be another choice, I guess. Mid-pack. Oh, we're back into an... Oh, yeah, okay, so we're back to an S rating. But in terms of the lobby split, when it comes to FIA, you want to be in the 90 to 99. Okay, so it's not going to... It shouldn't be as crazy as, touchwood, as the last race. Fire's been winning races with the Corvette. No, yeah, I mean, Ian, he might just be doing it for a laugh. I mean, he is so fast. An obvious difference where he's faster than me is going over curbs and stuff like that. He doesn't lift. He's just very true. Whereas I instinctively, or I lift because I'm afraid of oversteer, stuff like that. But his lines are very consistent. I don't know if anyone's used Corvette in manufacturers. I don't know if it is a manufacturer's option. Would be one of the more left field ones. Ecoterrorist, it was Billy that punted yesterday. Was it Billy the Kid? Billy Kid. Because Billy Kid was an absolute liability. He's obviously not a slow driver, but he was like a thunderstorm rolling through the track. Right, in the mid-pack. That's where I like to be. Very much a mid-pack driver. In the peloton. The Group 3 peloton. Someone in the Lancer. Right, obviously got to try and avoid a penalty. I'll try and do that every race, but let's try and move up as well. Standard mugging there for me. Got to be more streetwise. Brake too early there as well. Whoa. losing time on the exit there. I think that's another time for me to, another place for me to think about qualifying. Let's try and catch up with the M&M car. Messy. Ooh. Got a bit lucky there with the oversteer. Let's not get involved in the fight. No! Smile upon me, penalty gods. Yes. The bribe worked. That's a lunge. It's a lunge and a half. I got very lucky with the penalty there, I think. Bit of good fortune. I donated so many penalties in Daily Race C that spared me that one. He's going to have a go, isn't he? Still some fun and games ahead. To be fair, I think I did brake a bit early there. Half decent exit. This is going to be interesting. Is he going to block him? No. I'd rather just pressure him so he falls off. Maybe second gear all the way through there. There we go, there's the pressure. Just gently applying that pressure. It's a tricky race on the hard tyres. Wait, it's trickier on the hard tyres. Ooh, it's kicking off. What's this guy doing? Maybe he had a horrible wheel malfunction. I know the feeling. That's very strange. Been a few moments like that. Getting tasty out there, eco-terrorist. Ian, yeah. Yeah, be some feisty racing. I'm just kind of biding my time and then watching people fall off the track. But Billy, what a guy. I think on the podium looked up his SR rankings and it was up and down like a yo-yo. But I've seen similar scenes here. Hope the racing has been good this evening. Don't talk about the first race. I'll have to put some practice in them on. Please do feel free to drop a like, subscribe if you enjoyed the content. Don't have to. Thanks, Ian. Yeah, well, that race was for you. You wanted the extra race, and decent result. Another clean race. Getting the SR back up. Right, people are doing 131s in the race. That might be slipstream affected, but that's where I need to be getting to. So some good racing this evening. Thanks, Ian. Thanks for joining. Yeah, me too. Me too. I'm going to be just see what car I get here. Maybe that'll be a good car for Daily Race C. Forget it. What's this? Chevy Nova. Thanks for joining, Ian, as always. Another gift car. Ford GT. The NSX. Group 4 NSX. Yeah, but I think we'll wrap up the stream there. Do some more daily races, hopefully tomorrow. Well, definitely try to tomorrow. Just whether we do FIA at the Red Bull Ring. Ooh, tasty combo. What is the car of choice? Good mix up there. If the GTR is competitive, I like the GTR. So yeah, maybe we'll try and do some FIA tomorrow, but I am going to try and put in some practice tomorrow on Interlagos and get that lap time done. So hopefully next time I stream you see that quali time a little bit lower down in the 131s, a bit more competitive and also a bit more comfortable with the track and can start throwing a few more overtakes. I don't think we're going to see as many people falling off the track during the course of the week as we've seen today. I think that's a Monday thing. So I'll try and do that, and also Le Mans would be really good to get competitive there. That would be some good racing in those very high performance tricky cars. But otherwise, thanks for joining. Thanks for your comments. You guys and girls make the stream, and help me get faster, which hopefully means the racing is better as well. But it's late now in the UK, so I'm going to end the stream there. Thanks again for joining. Thanks for the comments, all the tips. Hope you have a very good night and a very good Tuesday tomorrow. But until the next stream, I will see you next time.